cap and you hate that, yeah. Big facts. No cap and you hate that. Big facts, I'ma only tell the truth, no cap, and you hate that. I'm 100 proof, keep it real, no rat, stay strapped, double tap, let me draw a map, case you wanna test that. I'm a redneck, cracker ass country pimp. I got my seat lean back, walking with the limp. Square body in the drive, heater on my hip. Kentucky clear in my jaw, let me take a sip. Skull ring in the seat of my blue jeans. Flat top on the wall, hanging next to me. I just wanna make music, it's my therapy. But I use a hollow point, both till do the surgery. You don't wanna cross me unless you want your life changed. To show respect if you show less, I'll leave you scatterbrained. I stand up for me and mine, it's ride or die thing. Put me on Front Street, you'll probably get your veins drained. Big facts, I'ma only tell the truth, no cap, and you hate that. I'm 100 proof, keep it real, no rat, stay strapped, double tap, let me draw a map, case you wanna test that. Big facts, I'ma only tell the truth, no cap, and you hate that. I'm 100 proof, keep it real, no rat, stay strapped, double tap, let me draw a map, case you wanna test that. Gotta keep my circle cinched tight like the noose around the neck of all the haters scheming cause I'm letting loose. They may try me but they can't deny me all the things I've worked for, prayed for, climbing cause I got the juice. I'm an old dog learning new tricks in the sticks, gaining clicks, a little funk country in the mix. Born a hick, not a lick, keep it slick like my drip, dropping dimes like I play for the lyrics. I know I don't fit the rap god mold, trust me I've been told, honestly the story is getting old. But I got soul in my flow and my blood runs cold, you can't get me off my game, no I'm too strong. Look, I'd rather sit around the campfire and throw some hands, sip a beer with my dog, but hope you understand. My kindness ain't a weakness, I was raised in Dixieland. You be a bitch, I flip the switch and then I test your sand. Big facts, I'ma only tell the truth, no cap, and you hate that. I'm 100 proof, keep it real, no rat, stay strapped, double tap, let me draw a map, case you wanna test that. Big facts, I'ma only tell the truth, no cap, and you hate that. I'm 100 proof, keep it real, no rat, stay strapped, double tap, let me draw a map, case you wanna test that. Big facts, I'ma only tell the truth, no cap, and you hate that. I'm 100 proof, keep it real, no rat, stay strapped, double tap, let me draw a map, case you wanna test that. Big facts, I'ma only tell the truth, no cap, and you hate that. I'm 100 proof, keep it real, no rat, stay strapped, double tap, let me draw a map, case you wanna test that. Big facts.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, it's Uncle Turtle live. And y'all already know who I got tonight. It's the beard. It's the accent. It's the dope music. It's everything that this man is that makes me look up to him, both musically and everything else in his life, just how to be a man, a real man. So, right now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it's the man, the myth, the legend, Pawpaw, the boogeyman, Brodnax. What it is. There he is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What up,
we
baby?
doing? What we doing?
Oh, shit, you know what we doing, baby. It's motherfucking turtle time, Dickie.
Let's go. But
All right, so we'll tell everybody off the rip, Turtle. So me and Turtle got, we got to talk a little bit, chop it up a little bit behind the scenes. I've been so fucking busy, and he has too, that we really ain't got a chance to build no rapport. So y'all are really gonna be tuned in while me and Turtle kind of get to know each other this evening. So hope everybody's having a good weekend, bitch. Hey, and thank everybody for the love, because I'm going to tell you what I'm doing this for, because every time I turned around in my notifications, Uncle Turtle had tagged me in something or shared something or commented on something or fucking liked on something. Every time I was in my inbox, I had something in there saying he had mentioned me in something or something. And when you show that much love, bitch, you know you're going to get that back from me. So
amen.
I don't do a whole lot of interviews. Yes, sir. I don't do a whole lot of interviews. Justin Orick co-signed this, and I did it initially for that. And then when I came in and saw how much time you had dedicated to showing me love, homie, I had no other choice but to give you a little time of mine.
I appreciate that. It feels good to, because we talked the other day, and I wanted to make this awesome, and I worked my butt off, learned a bunch of different new softwares, and it's good to know that that hard work is showing. You know.
Yes, sir. It ain't no other. That's the result of hard work, baby. You can't hide it.
Thank you very much. Well, let me. I'm going to talk for a second just about how I found out who you were,
Yeah.
and I I became a big fan of Calhoun, and
Okay.
actually 2 years ago I saw him in concert with it was the Crazy White Boy tour, and it was him, Demon Jones, Big Murph, and Just in Time, and I knew it was going to be amazing, and but I also knew I wanted to do something on social media. I wanted to be a streamer of some kind, and I didn't know what. I've always been a musician. I've always written songs,
Okay.
and so I the day before the concert, I made a YouTube channel and was like, just because I knew I was wanting to do something, and I wrote these kind of dirty songs like Rodney Carrington type songs,
Okay.
uh, and I recorded one of them just real quick, and it doesn't sound special, but the lyrics are funny, and I put it on. That's the only thing I had on my YouTube when I went to see this concert, and we went. It was me and my son, my oldest. He's 17 now, but we went an hour early, and I walked around the parking lot talking to people and just meeting them, and and I told them I had this YouTube page and let them listen to this song. I got my first 15 subscribers in that parking lot,
Hey.
and then I went to the concert. And I saw the concert and was blown away. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I even interviewed Just in Time at that concert. And so 2 years later, I'm sitting here with Brodnax, and that's where we are. Now, I didn't know you. Obviously, you've been in the game a lot longer than most people realize, but by following Calhoun, I remember. All right, I remember hearing your stuff and seeing content with your name on it, and I listened to it, and I was like, "Yeah, that guy's dope. That guy's dope. That guy's dope." And then I saw that I'm sorry, a story on Adam Calhoun's Instagram of you and him throwing a football back and forth, and it's hard to mistake you. I mean, I could see you from a mile away and know it's you. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, "That's that Brodnax dude." And so I was like, "No, I didn't know him and Calhoun were tight like that because you were at Calhoun's place in Illinois throwing a football and trying to avoid his big ass dogs." And so that's how I like put you and Adam together, and then you signed with Hustle Hard Records, and then you put out Brodnax, which that album I've worn I play it digitally, and I've worn a groove in that bitch. I've worn grooves in that thing so hard. So, but there's a obviously I just know about you from what I've seen, and I'd like you to kind of maybe fill in a little bit of story with your history, just for you, and then also in the music genre or in the rap game. I mean, I'm sure back in '96 there wasn't a whole lot of the country rap scene
Do
wasn't.
you want me? Do you want me to go that far? Do you want me to give a brief little history on all my music background, Turtle? Is that what you're saying?
I would love to hear you talk about all the way back to DJ Screw days,
Okay.
because to
Uh,
me, yeah, absolutely, the history of the history of hip hop and rap to me is it's an amazing story, and I love to hear about it, whether it's from West Coast or the East Coast or
sure.
wherever. And
All right, I'll run it for you.
it intrigues me.
Yeah, here we go. So, my sister turned me on to it. Me and her boyfriend went and watched what was
Mm-hmm.
Colors. Jeff took me to the movie theater and we watched Colors. That was
That,
like the
that was Ice
that
T.
was
What didn't I? Wasn't
yeah.
Ice T? Didn't Ice T do that song?
Yeah, well, it was the motion picture, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Ice
Yeah.
T did the song. Uh, and not too long after that, we got introduced to West Coast shit, and I mean, like, really booming West Coast. Menace to
Mm-hmm.
Society came out, so not only did I get a, a taste of the audio MC8, uh, oh man, I got to see a full feature film with it too. So boy, I'm telling you, the Juice, Minister Society, Colors. I mean that shit. You know, the music was already hot to me, but when I got to see the movie and the culture and the life with it too, boom, I'm on. So
Mm-hmm.
I start fiddling around in my bedroom with a little cassette player, like playing songs and writing along with the lyrics. Bone, I did that with Bone Thugs and Harmony because
Mm.
I couldn't make out what they were saying, so I would stop it, pause it, stop it, pause it. Like, so anyway, I had a fascination with it, and I got an obsessive personality. So once I latch on to something, I go
Right.
fucking head first. You
Exactly.
know what I mean?
I
I
understand that.
I can't help myself. But anyway, oh man, it's been fun, dog. It's been, you know, I was telling somebody that it was in the barbershop the other day that you know, back then it really wasn't acceptable because explicit lyrics was like that was shocking to parents in the 1990s. I mean, that was a
Right.
big fucking deal. Your mom
Oh
and
yeah.
them didn't, they ain't never heard no shit like that. Uh, so like any parent would, they thought that it would be wise to shelter me from it, and it just made me go further and deep, you know, dive deeper. So anyway, we had a
Absolutely.
little studio. We had a little studio. Nah, I'm missing something. Trying to give a brief one, not go fucking crazy and
Hey,
chew your ear off.
hey, you talk, man. You talk. You know, it don't have to be brief. I want to hear it all.
Uh, So we went and bought this Iowa, AIWA. It was like the baddest little home stereo. It had two tape decks on it, had a headphone input, a fucking mic input. You could EQ it. So
Oh, so it
we
was
bought
a
we
four track.
no. It's a home stereo. We hadn't got
Oh.
advanced as
Oh,
a
okay.
four track
Okay, I see
yet.
what you're saying.
We're stuffing paper in the ends of the cassette tapes so we could do our stacks over another track. I mean, we were stacking on cassette tapes with
Right.
fucking paper stuffed in the ends of the deal. I mean,
Oh.
we were we one night we wrapped in a firecracker tent. We went and snuck in a little. We was using their electricity so we could play the jukebox. And dog, that little Iowa, we did so much music.
Oh
Like
Lord.
if we was all hanging out at somebody's house on the weekend or something, we would bring that fucking Iowa with us. We'd talk everybody in the fucking right route. Uh, yeah, had a little
Oh.
studio, right? Had a little studio, and what was cool, Turtle, is that we had this whole time. There's a studio like 5 minutes away from my parents' house. Now this is
Mhm.
when I'm young, still living with my parents. And
Right.
by the time we got moved out and I got my first little gig, we found out about the studio that was 5 minutes from Mom's, Mr. Sam Diamonds, and man, we hit it off with him. Super cool. Oh, really didn't record that type of music ever, you know.
Right.
And he accepted us with this dude recorded gospel and country music pretty much exclusively. So
Mm-hmm.
here come here come 18, 20 guys coming in on a Sunday, you know. So that's where we learned studio etiquette. That's where we learned what was cool to do and what, you know, man, you got to have some etiquette when you go into the studio. And that's where we learned all our principles from Mr. Sam Diamond, because he let us know when we was doing some shit we wasn't supposed to do. So we got our training over there in the country, in the woods, right next to Mama's house, West Monroe, Louisiana. Shout out Sam Diamond. And now, baby, we just have tried our best to consistently take it to the next level. Uh, you know, because this independent game has been such a blessing, baby. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
golly, boy, hey, you get your beat, baby, you work hard, you get your lyrics done, you get the bitch recorded, you get the bitch mixed, you put out a good solid video, bop. Can't nobody hold you. Can't
Yeah.
nobody hold you but you.
The
Can't
in
nobody hold you but you.
the I think we are just finding out. I mean, the internet has changed the world, but it's like we're just finding out what the internet has done for the in the music game. as far as for independent artists. You can do whatever you want and it don't matter. Nobody
So
can stop
lovely,
you but
dog.
you.
So lovely. I mean, you got, I've said it before, but you got all the access right there in your fingertips, man, you know, and it's hard to find the balance. You know, you got to find that balance between, you know, for me right now, I'm still having to balance family, homework, uh, remodeling, you know, and babies and bottles and clean, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
it's so trying to balance the music, you know, because like I said earlier, once I get on something, I want to dive all the way in. So coming back to music, I immediately want to just give it too much time. So I'm just trying to find that balance. Got back in the gym, tried to get, you know, try to get my mental sharp and get healthy. And because if you gonna do this for real, baby, it's gotta be a lifestyle. You know, you really gotta be pushing yourself to that ultimate level in your spirit, your mental, and your physical. You gotta go hard in all three of them for it to really work out. You know, if you just giving it all your mental and you spending all your time and you're not giving your spirit and your physical body training no attention, baby, you're gonna fail if you try to do it without all three of those. So that's what I'm trying to do right now, dog, is fucking find that balance. And shout out all the people that are out there juggling multiple things so they can go fucking follow their heart and their dream, baby. Shout out to them people, baby.
I love finding out that people that I respect, you know, what they're doing as far as what I see them putting out, the content they're putting out, and then come to find out that they, you know, they have a family that they take care of. They have a job that they work, you know, a 9 to 5 or a day job or whatever it is, and they're trying to do this on top of it, and just that grind and that sacrifice means a lot to me.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
Amen, dog. Amen. That you gotta respect it, baby. I say it all the time. You don't necessarily have to be head over heels behind somebody's movement, but when you see somebody grinding that consistently, baby, they juggling a lot of different things and still making that happen. You gotta respect that, dog.
Yeah.
You gotta respect that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, tell me a little bit about your background, baby, since you know me.
Well, I was born in Florida and raised in Kentucky, and when I was in high school, middle school and high school, I listened to, you know, hip hop when I was in elementary school, like when it was first coming out, because I'm an old son bitch. Like I was listening to Sugar Hill Gang and Curtis Blow.
Hey man.
You know what I'm saying? And then Run DMC came out, and I was listening to them, and then NWA came out and had that West Coast sound, and I always loved like George Clinton and the Funkadelic and Zapp and Roger, and that, you know, that
funky shit.
Yeah, I love funk music, and you know, more bounce to the ounce, and Atomic Dog was my jam.
Bounce to the ounce.
Well, then when I heard NWA, and they kind of had that same, their beats had that feel to it, and so I instantly fell in love with them, and then started listening to Ice Cube, and then Dre and Snoop Dogg and Warren G, Regulators. I don't know how many times I've heard that song, but
hell yeah.
As I got older and more mature, I realized, like, I've played guitar since I was 14, and I've written music my whole life, and I'm big on lyrics. Lyrics are huge, and I tell my wife all the time, you know, that artist put those lyrics. If they're an artist worthy of respect, every lyric they write, they're trying to tell you something important to them.
Yeah.
And so, to me, I don't like I call it the Britney Spears crap, where it don't matter what they're singing.
It's actually called Cheeto Puff. Cheeto Puff Records.
Yeah, I can't deal with that.
The shit that you feed the babies, you know, the soft ones. it won't hurt the teeth.
And so I started gravitating more towards because I couldn't relate to what NWA was rapping about. I mean, in my personal life, you know what I'm saying? I love the beats, I love the flow, I love the attitude behind it, but that wasn't my life. And
Absolutely.
I wanted to relate to the lyrics, and I couldn't. And so I kind of this was right around after I got out of high school. So it I started listening to DOS Effects out of I think they're from
Oh,
New York.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I love
Bump, skibbity bum,
yeah.
hype. I'm hype for them Pinocchio's notes because I'm the
Yes, sir. That's the one. And then oh who was that? I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that.
diggable
Digable
dig,
Planets.
yeah, diggable planets.
Yeah, I listened to them, and then
A
so long
job like
story
that.
short, I started.
Fresh like that. A roll like that.
Yeah,
Hilt like
yeah,
that. Dun, dun, dun,
and
dun, dun,
a
dun.
tribe called yes, a tribe called Quest. I left my wallet in El Segundo.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to all that, and but
Yes,
then as I
sir.
got older,
Yeah, you got a good solid hip hop background then, baby. I mean,
I
that's the
appreciate it.
roots. That's the fucking roots.
Yeah,
Hey,
well,
time out real quick. This is a TV timeout. This is a
yes, sir.
public broadcast. Public service announcement. You gotta know your roots, baby. You
Yes,
know
sir.
how they do that. You know how they do that. You send your shit and the DNA and put it in the cup, and they tell you if you
Yeah,
Jamaican gyro or white man supreme. Hey, look, you gotta go do your DNA test on hip hop too, baby. If you gonna really try to, yeah, baby. That's disrespectful, low key.
absolutely,
If you gonna come in the culture, baby, respect that bitch. Now,
absolutely, absolutely.
all right, I'm sorry. Go ahead,
No,
baby.
you're
You was
good. You're
talking
good.
about De La Soul and
Yes, De La
yeah.
Soul, PM Dawn. Uh,
What about EPMD?
I never got into them.
What about Grand Pooba?
No.
What goes around comes back around again.
All right. Who was the first one you said? I'm gonna write these down so I can check them out.
Oh shit, I don't forgot. I said
Grand Poobah.
Grand Pooba and EPMD.
Okay.
Eric Sermon. Yeah, yeah, you got to know that. Uh,
I'm gonna check them out.
so you've been playing an instrument since you was 14 years old, right?
Yeah.
Music since you was 14 years old, dog.
Yes, sir.
So you get down then.
Well, I should be better than I am, but I can hold my own. I've written a lot of songs that I think are pretty good, but
You
But
ought to
again,
you ought to shoot me something you proud of.
oh, I will. I will. Absolutely, no doubt. But this is where I say the internet game has changed everything. Because back then, I mean, I could write all the songs I wanted, but I didn't know how. I don't know how how do you get it out there? Well, now you can't. Whereas back in the '90s, you couldn't do anything. You had to pay your dues out
You had to
in
go.
bars.
You had to go risk your life
Right.
doing rap concerts and double wide trailers in the hood and getting shot at doing a free show because you love hip hop so much, bitch.
Exactly. Well, now, long story short, I couldn't ever relate to the lyrics, and I was focusing on writing my own stuff and my lyrics. And then I heard the country rap genre, which I knew about the Lax, and I listened to them. Not like crazy, but I listened to them.
Hey, what year did you get turned on to country rap?
Uh, well, what define turned on? Like I started found out about the Lax and the Georgia Boys. Oh, I don't know, probably 6 years ago.
Okay, so yeah, I just recently discovered it is the reason I asked.
Okay, but I didn't know. I just thought they were some. I didn't know country rap was a genre.
Yeah,
I thought they were just guys from the country who were rapping. And people like where I live in Kansas, it's like Calhoun says, and this whole town is mayonnaise. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
it's but when I was living down in Georgia, I lived in Georgia for I don't know 15 years or so, and it's so much culturally diverse down there than it is where I live now, and so people don't understand why I like hip hop out here
Yeah.
because there's
So it was, yeah, it was probably looked at the same way where you're from as where I'm from. Bible Belt, close minded.
mm-hmm. But then when I heard Upchurch and Calhoun and Demon, and I was like, these guys are rapping about stuff I can relate to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Amen.
so that got me back into it. And that was 2 years ago when I went to see Calhoun in concert. And so I've been actually trying to do something for 2 years. And this interview situation, Uncle Turtle Live, just evolved accidentally.
Sweet.
I wanted to go live with people and just and play new artists. Like I'm talking about, like 150 followers on YouTube, or that I think are pretty decent, or going somewhere. They just need to work.
Right.
They have a possibility
Right.
because those guys don't get played by other than their brother and their mother and a
That's right.
couple of friends. And so when I
It's a
find some,
process.
yeah,
It's all part of the process, though, buddy.
yeah, and so when I find them, I always try to play their stuff, and I got my lights going in the back, and I don't have my smoke machine on right now, but I'll put a smoke machine on,
Yeah,
and
your shit looks clean, dog. Your shit looks
thank you.
clean. Uh-huh.
But I just party to these new artists and try to expose them to other people, and then Oric jumped on once, and I was going live with some people. Oric got on my live. I saw him join it, and I was like, "Hey, do you want to jump on live? I'd love to interview you." And he said, "No, not right, not tonight. Hit me up in my DMs." And so I did. And I'm thinking, I go live from 8 to 10. If I can get 30 minutes out of Justin Oric, that'll be unbelievable. Because, I mean, he knows so much stuff about the business side of it.
Shout out Justin. Shout out Justin Lord.
Yeah,
Yeah, super
absolutely.
intelligent. Dude's got a high social media. Dude's got a high IQ overall. Just when
Yeah.
it comes to common sense and being able to provide a solution for something, that dude's legit, dog. Shout out Justin Lord.
Yeah, I'm a big Justin Oric fan. And so then when I was talking to him, I want to talk about his side of the business, his side of the game. And so I talked to him about some of the business stuff, and he talked about forming LLCs, and he talked about the onboarding process with Hustle Hard, and I was like, yes, this is what these. If you want to be in the game, this is the kind of stuff that
That's
people.
real love, dog.
Yeah,
That's real love when a dude will give you game like that, bro. Man, come
yeah,
on, dog. At that level, homie.
I know.
That's love. That's love.
And I wanted, to me, it's gold for
Yeah.
because nobody teaches you that. You got to either somebody's got to tell you, or you figure it out over years and years and years and years. But if he can give you a little bit of secret, something that you probably wouldn't find out for another 10 years, so I decided I wanted these interviews to be like a reference for people who think they want to do it. So they can see the amount of work, the amount of,
Tutorial.
yeah. And so I've talked to Oric, I talked to Bobby Briscoe about production and some
Shout
other
out Bob
producers.
Bow. Shout out Bob Bow.
Yeah, Bobby Briscoe on the beat, bitch.
Yeah.
But and he was awesome to talk to. I love that guy. We talk on Instagram a lot, and I want to have him back on and see if I can't convince. We started making a beat. It was his idea. He started making a beat while he was on live with me, but didn't get to finish it because we ran out of time. But I want to see if we can't do it and him make a beat. And
Y'all ought to do that start to finish one night.
yeah, that's what I'd love.
Go. Hey, you ought to get. Hey, next time you go with him, tell him to turn them tables on. Tell him to turn the vinyl on.
Well, he scratched a little.
Ooh.
He scratched a little bit. He said, "Well,
Did
I'm
he
not
scratch on vinyl
I
or
can't.
digital?
I couldn't see. All I could hear. I could just hear him.
Right. Tell him
But
to crank that vinyl up, Turtle. Ooh,
yeah.
that dude is a donkey dog.
He did. I asked. He did the he did the scratches on
Survival of the Fittest and Samurai.
yeah, Samurai. That's the one. And yeah, it's I've got a digital turntable, you know, a DJ mixer, and I'm trying to learn it. My I've got an identical twin brother that still lives down in Georgia, and
Damn.
he's a he DJ B Riz, and he scratches on. He started on a you know a DJ
Dog, you gotta
controller.
go. You gotta go live with your identical twin
Oh, dude,
brother one time,
we already
dog.
got it. We already got it in the works. I'm gonna ask artists. He's gonna go live with me, and he's gonna do just a whole DJ show and mix everybody's music together and just go nuts. And I'm just gonna broadcast it live. The only thing
Hey,
is,
let me.
I got to worry about the licensing and everything, or it'll get shut off. But I'm gonna figure that out.
You might have to do it on YouTube. Let me see. Let me tell you a little Bobby Briscoe story. So shout out Cody Oliphant too. Codina. Uh, I was probably shit. I was at Wallerstein. Well, it might have been early. Let's just say it was 99. So Chad used to rap in a group called West Side G's. I'm from West Monroe, Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the first white dude I had ever seen rap from, this dude was on the ground level, dog.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a song on the radio, and I got to meet him. And when I got to meet him, he was living with we was young. He was at his parents' house, and it was right down the street from my house. And that dude had these crates of records lined up against his walls in his room, and I sat there and watched him cut and mix. Like I was just, oh, dude, that shit was coolest. I always wanted to, and I ought to have my ass kicked for not buying a set, but I was fascinated by the DJ and the turntables.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's amazing to watch those guys that are really, really good. It's like watching a virtuoso play their unique instrument. I mean, the stuff they do is ridiculous. But yeah, we've got that in the works already. Like, and we already have it figured out. If we're, I'm a musician, an artist also, and if for some reason I ever started doing shows down in the South, like where he lives, he's already going to be my DJ, because him and we're identical. Beard, haircut, everything. And so he's already going to be my DJ. And
that's sweet,
it'll be awesome. But
yeah, that'll be a cool show for real.
Oh yeah. And I was supposed to do it one night, but then my wife is a chemistry teacher at or a science teacher at our high school. And she's the junior sponsor. So the night that I was supposed to go live with him, I was informed I'm going to prom as a chaperone and won't be available. And so I'm glad that it happened.
That's how it happened.
I'm glad it happened.
Cool, though,
and I could move some stuff around, but yeah, but no, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm excited about it because it'll be a blast. Him and I have fun all the time anyway. Whenever we get together, but I don't get to see him near as much as I want. So you were talking about how you were coming up in rap or how you got involved with hip hop, and how did you get on Screw's radar?
So he was really popular in Alexandria, Louisiana, and my first cousin lives there. So I went to Alexandria every summer as a kid, and we had just got our license. So let's say we're 16, 17 years old. We're driving. We're going down, hang out down on Jackson Street. Me and Seth Jones, my cousin, shout out Seth. And I got turned on to Candy Paint and Swangers and DJ Screw all at the same time through Alexandria. And end up meeting some lifelong friends from down there. And at that time where I was located, screw music was everywhere, know. It was like the hottest shit on the underground. So we went over there, and by chance he opened up the store one Sunday, and we were just about to leave. We had rode up and down Cullen so many times I was like, dog, come on, let's go. I'm talking about 2 hours just making blocks. And we pulled up, and that was that navy blue Regal. He was unlocking the gate. I said, dog, that's Screw opening the shop up. So we went in, bought some tapes, and a homeboy of mine told the dude, told Screw, Screw was working the counter, and there's a gate up on the screen, and you put your money in the little hole, and he gets you tapes. So he said, don't let this dude behind me leave without letting him freestyle for you.
Oh, were you like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
putting you on the
look.
spot?
I told him. I said, dude, y'all don't go in there and put me on the spot in there. And he did it. He did it anyway.
But he believed in you, you know.
Yeah, he did. And shout out Galen. And so he turns on the "You Don't Wanna Fuck with Shady." That had just came out Tuesday, and he still had it in his deck on Sunday. He loved Eminem, dog. He turned on that instrumental, and I started freestyling. He come behind the counter and unlocked the gate and came out. Boy, he just had that look on his face, bobbing his head, and he come up and grabbed my hand, dog, and like had my hand like that right there the whole time I was rapping, dog, just like that, looking me dead in my eyes, dude. He hung out with us all day. He had his cousin Bub come up to the shop and work the counter, hung out outside with us all day long. We went and got disposable cameras at Walgreens, snapped it up. Wow. Dude, he was the most down-to-earth, cool dude. Me and him just, that's why I show him so much love now, right? Because for a stranger, I mean, never met me a day in my life, dog, that, you know what I mean? For him to spend the whole day with us and then invited us to come to the hotel motel party, the show. They had a show that night, and I didn't want to wear out our welcome. Looking back on it, I wish I would have went, but I said, nah, everybody wanted to go. I said, nah, dog, he hung out with us all day. We're not going to wear our welcome out like that.
And that's pretty mature thinking for a young man.
Well, you know, I had good raising, baby. I got taught better, you know. I just
good, and you respect him, you know.
Yeah. So anyway, we end up leaving, and me and him are communicating by phone, and we had built a good enough rapport up where he thought it was time to come down and get on the tape. And during the process of making those plans, he passed, and you know, I went down a deep tunnel with that drink, bar baby, you know. And it took me a while to come out of there because, you know, I had invested so much hope into getting on a Screw tape or maybe even being involved with it. You know, those were the only guys I was listening to at the time outside of New Orleans and Memphis. We always kept up with Memphis. We always kept up with New Orleans and Baton Rouge. Right. But at that time, we had so many of us local guys. I had a group of guys called Tooth Road from Alexandria that I had a good relationship with. So all these little towns had all these little talented dudes that were recording, and we all knew each other. We, you know, because we had to go perform on the outskirts of town. We couldn't just stay in Monroe. We had to go to Jonesboro, Ruston, Rabel, Shreveport, Alexandria, Baton Rouge. You know, you had to go tour the circuit if you was going to get popping. But anyway, yeah. Shout out DJ Screw, bro. Yeah. Rest in peace, DJ Screw, bro.
Yeah, that I was watching. I like hip hop history and all that, and I was watching a documentary on Netflix. It was had multiple episodes. It was like a mini series, and one of them was about DJ Screw, and the effect that he had on rap music in Texas. I mean, it wasn't like nobody knew about Texas hip hop until he kind of put it on the map. And
DJ Screw has still got a huge effect on the game.
Yeah,
still got a huge effect on the game, you know. So uh, yeah,
Yeah, it definitely. I mean, taken too soon. That's the kind of thing that makes me wonder. You know, had he not passed, what else could he have done? And
oh, he went up. He had such a huge impact during his time. Uh, they did exactly what they said they were going to do, which was screw the world up. I mean, New York, California, everybody does screw samples.
right,
Everybody does screw samples. Has at one point or time, or
yeah,
Uh, and if you have, baby, that's screw shit. The
yeah,
chop, the tap book, you know.
yeah.
Uh,
The fact that he would do whole songs or whole albums with that unique sound was just. I mean,
yeah,
that he took a chance on it because some people, I'm sure some people were like, oh, I don't like that, but he was like, no, no, and he just did it. And
yeah.
now I wish that, like I said,
I,
he was taken too early, but the it's amazing how many people are still affected by his music and still use his sound in
to
reference
this
to
day,
him.
to this day.
Yeah, and what would it be like? It'd be like even stronger if he was still kicking. But
Absolutely,
that
absolutely.
so you were talking about freestyle, and there's this on your you have like a documentary about the video shoot of Nola, and which visually is amazing. I mean, the song is awesome, but the
Thank you.
visuals on that video in that was it a government project building that Katrina took out, and
Yeah,
then an artist came in.
the Gall Manor,
Mm-hmm.
B Block, B Mike, two
You had
C on Instagram, B Mike.
so you had the song Nola, but then you also put out like a documentary about it. And at the end of that documentary, you're sitting there in a chair, and Oryx in front of you.
Yeah,
And like this is after the credits and everything have rolled. And
yeah.
I was still watching, and that came up. And you laid down some bars that was ridiculous. And I couldn't, I was like, is that a freestyle or is that a song I haven't heard yet? And I couldn't figure out what song it was.
Nah, baby, that was off the tipper, baby. That was off the tipper.
Because, I mean,
Yeah.
or, especially that line about, uh, get your mama on the phone, tell her we going out of town. And everybody was like, what? You know? That I have that I screen recorded that and put it on my phone so I could listen to it like it's a song.
Hell
You
yeah. We ought to shout. You know what I ought to do? I ought to go edit that. I get Adam to edit that video and turn that into a YouTube video. That
oh man,
freestyle.
that would be amazing. I loved those that freestyle was it blew my mind. It blew my
See,
mind.
Turtle, when we was growing up, I know a lot of guys say freestyle now, like you go in the booth and punch and punch and punch and punch and punch. I get it, but like a freestyle when I was coming up, you didn't get to do no edits.
Right, it was
It was
on the spot.
yeah, yeah,
And to me, I think of that as rap battles and stuff like that. I think that people should practice that. They should, like artists
absolutely.
should,
Dude,
because
it'll develop your game
yeah,
so much, dude.
it's like doing work in the off season. You play sports. There's an Emmett Smith commercial where after they won the Super Bowl or something, he's bench pressing, and they have his voice in the background. And he's like, "I just won another Super Bowl, blah blah blah. I think I can take a break." And he racks the bar and lays there for a couple seconds. And it's like, all right, time to get back to work. And he starts benching again. And I'm like, that's what it is. It's all you have to. It's everything is competition,
Yeah,
but
it is.
it's. I'm not trying to make anybody else look bad in the competition. I just want to make sure that everything I'm doing is as badass as I can make it. and it just keep working to get things better and make things better and keep improving, keep improving, keep improving. And that's the way I want to, if there's a winner in the competition, if I'm going to be considered a winner in the competition, that's the way I want to see it. I don't want to have, issues with people. I just want, for me personally, and for the people that spend any amount of their time watching any of the content that I put out, they deserve for me to do it the best possible way. And so
Absolutely.
that's what I'm just trying to do, you know.
Yeah, keep grinding, baby.
So what is your and I'm not even talking. I'm not talking about since you signed with Hustle Hard. I mean, you put out the album Brodnax, and you put out several remixes since then. You put out Jason Williams, Genghis John, Samurai. Out of everything, even before Hustle Hard, everything that you've put out, what is your favorite song that you've done?
Oh man, that's tough.
Hey, we only ask the tough questions here on Uncle Turtle Live, baby.
They're all my little babies. They're my
right.
little children, And
but if somebody came up to you had never heard you,
we had fun on Survival. Probably we had so much fun on Survival of the Fittest.
Mm-hmm.
That was just a fun song, dog. We kind of all got reunited on that one, and we cut up. We had fun. So not only was it therapeutic,
right.
Yeah, Survival of the Fittest is probably one of my most recent. But here lately, I've been super impressed with the team. Shout out Adam Harper, Cody Oliphant, Bobby Briscoe, dog. Everybody's been working hard, and it takes a lot of work to put out music that consistently, and try to, our motto is make it better than the last one, so shout out to my team, dog.
And that is a hard thing. I mean, I understand that thought process, and I think that's the thought process you got to have every time. It's got to be a little bit better, at least.
Yeah.
But that kind of the pressure, that kind of pressure that you put on yourself, it makes it hard. It makes it hard. Like I'm sure there's probably songs where you're like you write them, and you're like, no, that's not good enough. We got to go back. We got to figure something out. I got to rewrite this bar, or always pushing.
I try not to force the writing session. I try to when I'm in that mode, I'll pick the notebook up and turn the beat on. I don't try to force it. So I usually can nail something down in a couple of days, but I have to have the beat picked out long before that. I got to make sure on the beat. So, in my process, it is a lot of pressure, but it's fun and it's therapeutic, and plus you getting to, work towards something that you dedicated a lot of time to, man.
Right.
And get to see results on something that you put that much time in, baby. There ain't nothing like that.
Yeah. And that goes back to what we were talking about earlier. It's unbelievable. That's the greatest feeling in the world to me is when, you put everything that you have into something and you put it out there and you get positive feedback. That's
a hell of a feeling, dog.
Yeah. It makes you keep going and keep wanting to get better. And
yeah. Shout out Adam Calhoun. Shout out Hustle Hard. Shout out A-Cal, Austin, Tyler.
Yeah, Austin Kuth is a funny dude. I already decided at some point I'm going to challenge all of A-Cal clothing to a cornhole game, and I'm going to wear them out. I said it right here in front of Brodnax. When it comes to cornhole, I'm going to wear them out.
Challenge. Will they accept?
Yeah, I don't know. I got to make sure I got all my ducks in a row before I drop that hammer. Can't be playing
Turtle,
around with that kind of stuff.
I don't want to just bop you in the head with it, but I think I told you a little earlier on the phone. We got food coming at 9, baby. So I will have to jump off here in the next 6 or 7 minutes.
Yes, sir. I understand. I understand completely. And an hour of your time is gold to me.
Thank you,
Um,
baby.
so before you get off, is there any advice that you wish you knew that you would, if you could tell any, a new artist or even somebody that's just thinking about trying to be an artist? A
It's
piece of,
all on you, baby. It's all on you. There is no secrets. There is no codes. There is no bullshit, mystery, myth, Sasquatch in the forest. Bitch, you got to go get it.
yes.
Bitch, you got to go get it. You got to consistently put out a high level of music, baby. I'm talking about a single level quality.
Right.
Uh, and there is no a cosign is good, baby, but it's not gonna do what you're thinking it's gonna do. That person is too busy with their own. They're busy as fuck.
Right.
So a cosign will only do so much, baby. It's all on you, baby. How far do you want to go? How big of an impact do you want to have? And is this really what you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Because
It
the
ain't for the faint of
likelihood of,
heart.
yeah, you got to be a grinder, baby, and a hustler, and you got to, you know, when the hip hop is in this climate and temperature, baby, you gotta have a respect code about you where you go build good relationships with the people that you do business with, for life's gonna be miserable for you. So
Right.
you gotta play at the ultimate level, baby. These people didn't get here by chance. These are smart, hard-working, hustling people, dog, at the top. They ain't up there because somebody give them a fucking golden ticket, Willy Wonka.
Yep. They just kept digging. Well, all right, man. I hope at some point I can have you back on here. I love talking to you. I, you already know I love your music. You're my dude. You are my favorite rapper. Like, and
Hey,
anything,
man.
bro, anything you put out, I'm gonna wear it out. I'm gonna wear it out. And I know the feedback that I've gotten this week with the stuff I put on my stories and all that. People were crazy excited about it. Getting Paw Paw on the Uncle Turtle live, and
Hey, do y'all want to do some black uh old English white letters pop shirts?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. I've already. All right. I'm a big boy. I would have done had some Brodnax merch, but you gotta increase the size limit on your t-shirts.
Justin Ork. Let's hook Turtle up with a little something, with a little care package.
Woo-hoo-hoo. I will wear it out. I got my crazy white boy shirt on right now only because my cat laid on my ride or die ACAL shirt and got hair all over it. I couldn't wear it tonight with Brodnax. I gotta keep up my
So my
personality and my,
kids, yeah.
yeah, my appearances. Brodnax, thank you so much for being on here. It was
Thank you for having me, dog.
it I mean, the pleasure is all mine. I respect you. I love your music. I love who you are and the message you put out.
Thank
And
you, dog.
you will always have a fan in Uncle Turtle and everything that he does. So,
Hey, baby, I'm gonna keep my tabs on you, baby. Go, if you keep working hard, baby, you gonna go do some big shit, baby. You go get it, baby. Go take it. Now,
that's what
thank
I'm
you,
trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. Ladies
thank you
and
for your
gentlemen,
time. Yeah,
Brodnax, I hope to have you on again. I thank you for your time. Tell your family I said hello and go get you some supper.
and one last thing, shout out to everybody that shows me love and supports what I'm doing, dog. I got a good solid little family forming, dog. So shout out to everybody that's showing me love, dog. I work hard to put out a good quality product, dog, that maybe motivate your ass, because I'm doing the motivational music for me too, dog. I ain't got it figured out. speak the shit into existence and just say you know what I mean? So shout out to everybody keeping up with it, baby. You know what I mean? Without y'all, I ain't shit.
Yes, sir.
And thank you for having me on, baby. I'm gonna go get me some food. Y'all be cool, man.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, Brodnax, thank you again for your time, and we will talk to you sometime soon. I'm going to blast Go Johnny again. Oh, it cut off. But thank you again, Brodnax, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Doc.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was Brodnax, the man, the myth, the legend, the beard, the accent, and all of it. He's a good dude, as you can obviously tell. So now we're going to jam out to a little bit of Brodnax as soon as I can get this hooked back up real quick. Got to turn that on. Yes. Hey, thank everybody for hanging out and watching that, whether it be on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube, whatever you got. But we fitting to jam. We fitting to jam. I'm turning the light out. And you know what's going to happen. We're going to rock out to some Brodnax for a little bit. Oh, damn.
This ain't that lane cracker, same stack of plain rapper, chain snatcher. This that kind of pressure, make your mother humping brain rap. Backbreaker, earthquaker, trying to get the game back to the people that need it and get rid of the fame jackals. Same rock, I'm spray at them if they ever came at them. Everybody gangster, and I guess you just the same as I'm fake it till you make it. I don't think we on the same chapter. I'm a living legend, a man your kids get named after. The game been good to me, I'm good to the game. Take off your wings, you watch it change. Most of these rappers is lame. Pop out the chopper, drop a bomber like I'm Saddam Hussein. Knock your shit out the frame. You know what I'm saying? Cracker, same stack of plain rapper, chain snatcher. You want damn kids, boy. Who you think you named after? Cracker. I am whatever you say I am. White boy, wiggle, rapper, old ass man. Get it poppin' Afghanistan. If you think that I'm playing, many nights mama stayed up all night praying. Know what I'm saying? Blessed to even be speaking this evening. Take my kindness for weakness. This shit too easy. Either eat or be eaten. I try to be the best man I can, but I still got my demons. You in the gutter, motherfucker. I'm up about the ceiling. There's levels to this shit, and you ain't seeing what I'm seeing. Only time you chase your dreams is when you're sleeping. This that kill be a flow, still trio hoe. Drop a elbow from the top rope and knock you on your BFO. Bitch, I'm from the boot and you don't wanna catch a steel toe. Bootleg version of me, you know, Lil bro. Hey homie, don't you know you in my parking spot? Talking money, closing holes and that bullshit car you got. Shining the light to try to take some of the darkness out. You told me don't worry, he don't bite, he just like a bark. It's like that lane cracker, same stack of plain rapper, chain snatcher. You my
Damn kids, boy. Who you think you named after? Cracker? Yes. 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 Brodnax. Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. That was pretty epic for me. So I'm on the YouTube live stream right now. I know I got 4. What do y'all want to say? Y'all got questions? Y'all got anything to say? I'm gonna play some more music. I know that for a fact. Who wants to hear some Uncle Turtle? You know, I gotta watch what I play because they'll kick me off. Yes. What are we doing? Kansas Rebel Man's on here. Mr. Smith. Don Patrick. Where's Jordan? Jordan better be on here, boy. Andrea was on here. Thank you, Wes. Thank you. I'm going back and checking out stuff. Mad Love Turtle. Yes, sir. Big facts. You want to hear big facts? All right, we're going to play big facts for Kansas Man. Kansas Rebel Man. Here we go. Guys, that was like a dream come true for me. I ain't going to lie. Ain't fitting to lie about that.
Big facts.
Yeah.
No
no cap, and you hate that, yeah. Big facts. No cap, and you hate that. Big facts. I'ma only tell the truth, no cap, and you hate that. I'm 100 proof, keep it real, no rat, stay strapped. Let it tap, let me draw a map, in case you wanna test that. I'm a redneck, cracker ass country pimp. I got my seat lean back, walking with the limp. Swear body in the drive, heater on my hip. I got you, Kansas. Skull ring in the seat of my blue jeans. Flat top on the wall, hanging next to me. I just wanna make music, it's my therapy. But I use a hard point book to do the surgery. You don't wanna cross me unless you want your life changed. Cause your respect if you show less, I'll leave you scatterbrained. I stand up for me and mine's ride or die thing. Put me on Front Street, you'll probably get your veins drained. Big facts, I'ma only tell the truth, no cap, and you hate that. I'm 100 proof, keep it real, no rat, stay strapped, double tap, let me draw a map, in case you wanna test that. Big facts, I'ma only tell the truth, no cap, and you hate that. I'm 100 proof, keep it real, no rat, stay strapped, double tap, let me draw a map, in case you wanna test that. Gotta keep a circle cinch tight like the noose around the neck of all the haters scheming cause I'm letting loose. They may try me but they can't deny me all the things I've worked for, paid for, climbing cause I got the juice. I'm a no dog running new tricks in the sticks, gaining clicks, a little funk country in the mix. Born a hick, not a lick, keep it slick like my drip, dropping dimes like I play for the little nets. No, I don't fit the Yes, sir. I'm having a good night. I'm having a damn good night. I ain't gonna lie. Throw some hands, sip a beer with my dog, but hope you understand. I was raised in Dixieland. You be here, but you flip the switch and then I'll touch your sand. Hold up, Jordan. I want to play one. I'll play Andrea's back in here. That's what I'm talking about. Jordan, I'm gonna play one before I play Clarity. In case you want to test that, big facts. I'ma only tell the truth, no cap, and you hate that. I'm 100 proof, keep it real, no rat, stay strapped, double tap, let me draw a map, in case you want to test that. Big facts, I'ma only tell the truth, no cap, and you hate that. I'm 100 proof, keep it real, no rat, stay strapped, double tap, let me draw a map, in case you want to test that. Yes. This is my favorite song by me. I ain't gonna lie. Oh yeah. Yes. Country pimp. Boom, 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 boom. Haters wanna say something. Just hating cause I made something. Too scared so they say nothing. Afraid I'll drop B's on them. Don't get mad cause you like the beat. Don't get mad cause it moves your feet. Don't get mad cause you can't do it. Don't get mad cause your girl don't do it. I know what they saying. Uncle Turtle's old. They think I'm playing. You should probably quit. All the rings are taken. All I see is heads bobbing and hips swinging. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to grip. Take control. Rewrite the script. You can talk all day. I feel better in the shade. Keep my seat lean back, rolling like a country pimp. Rolling like a country pimp. Oh. Rolling like a country pimp. Like a country pimp. Rolling like a country pimp. Rolling country pimp. Hey, white boy, what you saying? How much liquor in that glass you drinking? It don't make sense why you in the game. It's funny how all you haters sound the same. I'm just doing what I do and doing what I can. Haters gonna hate, stick to the plan. Work hard, never stop fighting for the fan. Might not win a race, but they gon' know I ran. I'm an OG pimp coming from way back. I was making beats when you lived in your daddy's sack. Armstrong Mill with the sting stash. King Gun, yeah, we thought we were running that. So fix your face, don't study my drip. You don't worry about me, partner, save your lip. I ain't never gonna change, now don't even trip. I'ma keep rolling like a country pimp, babe. Rolling like a country pimp, babe. Yes. Rolling like a country pimp, babe. Rolling like a country pimp, babe. This one's for Jordan. This one's for Jordan. If I can find it. You know, you'd think with them being my songs. Yeah, I'll be posting this later. Yeah, it'll be on YouTube. It'll be, I think you can find it on Facebook. I think you can watch it for up to 60 days on Twitch. But yeah, it'll be on there for real. Yes. Let me find this one. This is for Jordan. This is me and Infamous Omus. 217 shit. Clarity. I was going through some stuff when I wrote this bad boy.
Infamous Omus.
And Uncle Turtle. We done just sitting around with our hands raised waiting for our turn. Stand up. I got you, Mr. Smith. We'll play Hillbilly Hustle next. You got to go take it. If you want something, you got to go take it. You can't be standing there with your hand up waiting for your turn. I'm just saying.
Without the chase.
Infamous.
I'm standing so proud, damn right I'm about to blow. Country boy, the devil's stroke. Gonna see what I already know. I'm Jordan's out on dirt road. Walking the beat inside my soul. I may have aged, but I ain't old. It's just a number. I'm so young.
Yeah, Jordan, for real, bro. Absolutely. Yeah, you can't achieve without the chase. It's not gonna come to you. It's not. You gotta go take it. Ain't nobody gonna give you shit. Oh, I paused it. Oops, sorry. Let me bring that. My hand hit it wrong. Sorry, guys. I went to turn it down a little bit so I could say something profound and end up screwing it up.
I'm going all out, show you what I'm all about. Ain't no question, ain't no doubt. I'm standing so proud. Damn right, I'm about to blow. Country boy, the devil's stroke. Gonna see what I already know. I'm Jordan's out on dirt road. Walking the beat inside my soul. I may have aged, but I ain't old. It's just a number. I'm so young, and my eyes has just begun. Went through hell, but now it's fun. I'm putting in work. I drew them all. Only today, time is borrowed. On my grind, forgot the sorrow. All the pain and like the rub. You know I'm gonna rise above the crazy wildlife. I live respect that I feel to give. When something's changed, I ain't the same. This music's like it changed my ways. I'm starting to think that it's my thing. Oh my God, does it feel great?
I still can't get over that interview, for real. What it is, what it is. Stand up. Why you got your hand up? Stand up. Why you got your hand up? Stand up. Why you got your hand up? Hey, this song, Hillbilly Hustle, that Mr. Smith wanted, it's along those same lines, same attitude. about what what the song's about. 'Cause you gotta hustle. Mm. Let's go.
By myself in a game like huh? I need a wookie in my life for a lose my mind. It's hard running things when you're just a team of one. But I got that hillbilly hustle and I'll get it done. My hands and my soul got calluses. I rip my heart out my chest and show it to the masses. From New York all the way to Calabasas. I'm so real I should teach truth classes. What you see is what you get, that's just the way it goes. Love it or leave it, baby, I'ma keep it 10 toes. To myself, be true until I decompose. If you ain't down with my sound, I'll keep the door closed. I know my name ain't Jennings, but it's still a struggle. Fighting hard for my dreams, yeah, I'm busting knuckles. Go to work with a pen instead of a shovel. Just another day in that hillbilly hustle. Yeah, that hillbilly hustle. Just doing what I gotta do. Yeah, that hillbilly hustle. Just doing what I gotta do. I got a hillbilly speaking country mile wide. I'ma make it happen, Captain, that's the way I ride. Failure's not an option. Keep my eye on the prize. All in till the end, baby, do or die. Working 50-hour weeks to keep the bills paid. I got a lady to love and 3 kids to raise. On my free time, filling up an empty page. Same thing today and every other day. Work my mind to the bone, make it speak a stump. I'm on a ladder, every song move me up a rung. I got the beats people want like I'm singing drugs. In it for the long haul, just like I'm making love. I got you bobbing head so hard you're gonna pull a muscle. That 808 got that ass shaking like a bubble. Lyrics fit together like I'm making jigsaw puzzles. What you know about that hillbilly hustle?
Yes.
Yeah, that hillbilly hustle.
Just doing what we gotta do. Hey.
Yeah, that hillbilly hustle. Just doing what I gotta do. I spin a flow on the beat with a gangster lean. Fried up in a pan, that's my recipe. Mama bear begging me to try and keep it clean. My 12-year-old giggles every time I get obscene. It's hard work writing bars that smell like fried chicken. Every bar has to be
There you
juicy
go,
and
in the
thick.
club.
Put my camo apron on and cook another lyric. If it's not right, then the lemon pepper gonna fix it. When people find out that I'm rapping, they look at me funny. They don't say a word, just sit in silent judgment. They think it's just a phase, they think it's just a hobby. But I'm a firm believer that only God can judge me. I'm gonna keep the volume up, I'll chew right through a muzzle. I'm so focused on my goal, my vision like a tunnel. Don't forget the name, they call me Uncle Turtle. I'll be here all day, I got that hillbilly hustle.
Yes.
Yeah,
Got it.
that hillbilly hustle.
Jordan, much love, brother, much love.
Yeah,
Yes.
that hillbilly hustle. Just doing what I gotta do.
Oh.
Yeah, that hillbilly hustle. Just doing what I gotta do.
All right, I'm gonna play y'all a song
That hillbilly hustle.
that. So I've been talking
Just
about.
doing what I gotta do.
I've been talking about. Oh. Well, yeah, I hope you're nice, bro. I appreciate you, Jordan. I appreciate you for real. But I'm gonna play a song. You guys if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that I've been talking about this this group, Rifle City Records from Winchester, Kentucky, right outside of Lexington where I grew up. And they got some dope artists. And I heard this song by 2 of their artists, Gypsy Good and Aaron Wise, called No More Pain. Unbelievable. That's right. So I've been showing them a lot of love and listening to a lot of their stuff. And Gypsy Good put out a song with another Rifle City Records artist named Emo, called Wear Pink. And him and Gypsy Good and Aaron Wise went live 2 days ago, yesterday maybe, and I jumped on it. And I was talking to Gypsy, and Gypsy was like, "Hey, that third verse, I talk about you." And I was like, I told him, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? He said, yeah, third verse is about you. Or there's a mention in there about you. So I went and listened to it. It made my heart full. Thank you. But I'm going to play it tonight so y'all can hear it. And I'll let you know. Sorry about that. Gypsy Good featuring Emo, Wear Pink, Rifle City Records, bitch. Winchester, Kentucky.
Rubbing my belly, say I'm fixing my posture. I'm so high, I'm eating bacon tomatoes. If I ever get back on track, I will know my toe. I know shit, I need to focus. Fuck this life, I said, live in the ocean. All the rich and people, lies and the devotion. I ain't gonna say nothing else, rub on that lotion. Oh shit, damn my ego ready me in, bitch. You can all take your lips up on my damn dick. I ain't tryna read that God, but I'm drunk as shit. I can live in the black and white, but I like color. Oh yeah, damn, I love you, brother. Just telling you, damn, come out your mother. Damn girl, hey yeah, guys, I know the answer. I'ma chase the whole damn world with these new men.
I gotta rap the part about me.
The new platinum grill is that true gritty. I'm too lady for titties, my crew come to do it with me. If you stand in between us, you choosing to lose the ending. You don't want me. We like it gritty and on the grill. If you lose keys, you get the 50. You need it. We come with loosely. So if you smoking and keep it real, we can do things. Simple to simple, you know the deal. I'm not trying to be hypnotic, but pharmaceutical. Trying to play a part in my psychotical nonsense. And it's anonymous while you're honest. And all of my drama, especially for a prima donna. And that is alarming to people who ain't in terms with it. They say, who was that tripping over his ego? Homie, he the realest of bitches, they call him emo. And you can see him stuck in that strut wherever he go. He looking good and ready, just happy you're wearing pink, go baby.
It's coming up.
On my mouth, yes ma'am, I'm not much of a boogie man. I wear pink and I wear purple. I can get down like a funky turtle. Kick my boots up, pull my tie down. I will feel fabulous and wet chest high. My tongue spit it out, ain't pepper. Also my dad dog, I ain't here could wear red. I can wear pink. Also, what I'll get you when you dance. Hey, little face, it's only my dream. Goddamn on me, eyes of this we can't keep. Mr. F could wear red. I can wear pink. Also, what I'll get you when you dance. Hey, little face, it's only my dream. Goddamn on me, eyes of this we can't keep. Miss you could wear red. I could wear pink. Also, what I'll get you when you dance. Hey, little face, it's
This is a jam, boy.
goddamn on me, eyes of this we can't keep. Mr. Evidence.
All right, this is my next favorite song. This is my favorite song by Gypsy Good. This is the song that I first found. Rifle City Records sent it to me on Instagram. And I was like, all right, I'll listen to it. No, he didn't say nothing. He just said, send me the video. And I'd never talked to this dude. And I pushed play on this bitch and was like, damn. You're going to need to go check out the video. Rifle City Records on YouTube.
Life could be a knife or a gun and no comparing. Fuck that shit out, bitch, who call you Karen? I know I come from the south, not from my parents. I moved 25 damn times, I'm in Paris. Grew up, a chubby little kid. She don't even see what the fuck, oh Jesus, happening. Leave from the back of my head when you crack me. Oh damn, I know nothing. Look at me, goddamn, I didn't do nothing. I'm just tired of doing all the fucking cussing. Oh yeah, sitting here running under the covers. Oh man, banging me out with them hangers. Oh yeah, okay.
This song's about some real stuff.
Hey baby, and mama, she damn like it. Ooh, this damn silly to me. Oh yeah, yeah, it's elementary. It's so sad cause she used to come at us screaming that she didn't have cigarettes. I remember one time when I turned 18, I went to go pick up some cigarettes for her. wrong ones. I picked up like also like instead of like she tried to whip my ass. Like I was 18 years old. Remember that shovel that you held like some rounds, threatened my life and made me start to piss on the ground. I'm sick of the sounds of every fucking drink that you take. I'm taking that case, I'll pour that whole bitch in the sink. I was contemplating to put this dish in your face.
I know, right?
But you were a coward when I got out of place. You beat up my mom, blew up in her sense like a bomb. Flew up the stairs, I had your baby ass in my arms. Breaking your neck, it's time to go and pay all your debts. I'm really a threat, now I'm coming straight for your head. Taking revenge, your waiting patience really a flex. So come at us, cause I really will empty the clip. I remember that my mama told me that you ain't shit. She was right, mama Grush, she ever had you in my life. I ain't seen the fucking hands since a dark and crazy night. Please don't come back around, I'ma knock out your lights. Hey yo, I remember when my stepdad Greg, he used to beat my mom. And then he turned around and started beating me. He didn't really start beating me until I was older. But he always intimidated me. It was all mind games, Greg.
Fuck you, Greg.
I don't really think she coming now. She ain't coming right on me. Oh, but when she left my ass now, it was no turning back.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Mama, how you gonna cry now?
thank you so much for getting on here. Everything worked. I had Brodnax on. Damn. I appreciate everybody watching anything that I do. Any content I put out, any music, any interviews, any videos, nothing, anything I put out, you guys watch it and you don't have to, and I appreciate that with all my heart. Thank you so much for everything that you guys do. I'm going to be out next weekend. Dub 3030. For real though, Dub 3030. Yes. Y'all tune in, because it's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. Much love, much love, much love. Yes.